Hello and welcome to Seesaw at Home. My name is Jo and welcome to our first tale time. For this storytelling today, we are going to be exploring a painting by Philip Conrad called Anemones, and the theme of this week is colour. Optional props. A piece of ribbon or a fat shoelace, basically anything you can wriggle or you can use your body to wriggle, and a scarf or some dress-up wings, or you can make one of these butterfly rings. I'll show you how to do that in another video, or you can stretch out your arms and imagine you have wings. You can grab these props if you want to, but you do not need to. Do what is fun for you. First thing we need to do is we need to ask the mice at Orleans House Gallery if they will bring us Philip Conrad's painting. So after 3, we're going to say cheese, cheese, cheese. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese, cheese, cheese. I think we need to be a little bit louder. So after 3, we're going to say cheese, cheese, cheese a little bit louder. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese, cheese, cheese. Amazing! Thank you, Mice at Orleans House. They have brought us this painting, and now we can start with our tale time. I started off as a tiny egg on a leaf, and when I was ready, I hatched into a caterpillar. So let's take our ribbon, or whatever it is that we're wiggling around, we could use our bodies, and pretend that this is our little caterpillar. And can you make it wriggle along the ground? Can you make it wriggle up something, perhaps your arm or a chair? And our caterpillar was hungry for tasty leaves. So let's imagine in our hand that we have some tasty leaves. Can your caterpillar munch those tasty leaves? Munch, 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 munch. Munch, munch. What else does your caterpillar like to eat? And one day when I was big enough, I wrapped myself up in a cocoon. So let's wrap our caterpillar up in a cocoon, or you could wrap yourself up. Give yourself a big hug like you are in a cocoon. And time passed until I was ready. And when I hatched out of my cocoon, I became, what do you think our caterpillar became when it hatched out of the cocoon? A butterfly. Absolutely, it became a butterfly. So you can grab your butterfly ring that you might have made, or this is the opportunity to grab those dress-up wings, or a scarf you could place over yourself, pretend that these are your butterfly wings. Or you could hold out your arms and pretend that these are your butterfly wings. Or you can sit and listen and enjoy the story. It's up to you. So here's my butterfly. Flying was fantastic. I flew down low, close to the grass. What did I hear? Meow. Meow. What did I see? And I flew up high, high in the sky. What could I hear? What could I see? One day, I was flying close to the river when I noticed a small cottage. I flew a little closer, and I noticed one of the windows was open. I flew a little closer and I landed on the windowsill. What's that I can hear coming from inside the cottage? I wondered, should I take a look inside? I started to flutter my wings. So perhaps you can make your butterfly's wings flutter quickly. Or if you've got wings on your back, perhaps you can move your back a bit quicker. Or flap your wings, your imaginary wings, very fast. so that you can hover and flutter. I decided to flutter inside the cottage. Inside it was quite dark. I noticed the walls were cream and grey. I saw a radio. And what's that? I flew this way and that, and I saw a person asleep in a chair, having an afternoon nap perhaps. It was then I noticed something sweet. I could smell something very sweet. What is something that smells sweet? I decided to follow that smell. And as I got closer, I saw a brown circular table, and on it some white petals, and then a dish, blue and white, and in the middle of the dish a vase, blue and white, and I flew up a little higher, and there the smell smelt the strongest, and I saw flowers. I hovered a little higher, and I took a good look. What colour flowers can you see? Can you see flowers of different sizes? Which flowers are the bigger ones? Which flowers are the smaller ones? What colours are they? Which colour flower do you like the most? After all this flying, I was feeling a little tired, so I decided that I would rest on one of the flowers. Which flower are you going to rest on? Oh, I'm going to rest on this one here. As I was resting, I started to daydream. I thought about my favourite colour. What's your favourite colour? And I thought about the colours on my wings. So as you can see on my wings here, I've got, what's this colour? Yellow. And I've got this colour, what's this colour? Black. And this colour, green. And this colour, brown. And this colour, purple. I've got those colours on this side of my wings too. What colours are on your wings? If you've got imaginary wings, what colours are on your imaginary wings? Perhaps you can take a look too at what colours are on the clothes you are wearing today. Oh, what's that? It sounds like the person who is asleep in the chair is starting to stir. They're waking up. I decided it was time to fly away. I started to flutter my wings again and flew up, through the room, out the window, and high into the sky.